Hi everyone, this is the Canny Couple, and this is week 1 of our January and February 3 Rivers Pantry Challenge. But before I show you what we're making this week, we would really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. So, January 1st, this is Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Monday.
Yep.
And this is a meal, the meals I'm going to show you today are meals that save me so much time in the kitchen. I know that my first week or 2 weeks of the year are going to be really busy. This year is going to be even busier. I'm already seeing ahead that it's kind of going to be crazy. So because of that, I'm going to my tried and true go-to meals, and not only are they so easy to make for a busy mom, they are also incredibly frugal. So let's go ahead and get breakfast and dessert ready, and then I'm going to show you all dinner. So for breakfast, we are making a peach oatmeal, a baked oatmeal. So I have my oven preheating to 350, and I've got jar peaches here. I'm just going to pour these in with the sugar water and everything. These are peaches that I canned, and you can cut these down. I used to, but then it kind of became pointless. So I'm going to just give this a really quick mix, and then I'm going to add some brown sugar and a little bit of nutmeg. And Aaron, he loves the peached oatmeal like this. It's so good. And what I want to do is I want to be careful. I don't want to get this too wet because it'll take longer to dry. So I'm going to get a little bit of nutmeg here. I haven't opened our nutmeg. Are you all having a hard time finding spices? We can't seem to find like nutmeg or anything like we used to be able to. It just feels like it's becoming harder and harder to find certain spices at a good price. So I use probably a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg there. Now I'm going to get some brown sugar. And peaches and brown sugar are amazing together. Just if you don't have brown sugar, a little bit of molasses, I bet that would be just as good. And I'm gonna use about a cup. It doesn't require much because the sugar water that the peaches were canned in does have sugar in it. So a cup. You're just going to sweeten it to taste. We're going to give it another really quick stir. We're just trying to get it good and blended so that way when we add the liquid, we don't have to do as much work to it because the liquid just kind of soaks to the bottom. You only want enough liquid to help the oatmeal cook. You could put a lot in it, but it's just going to take it longer to cook. Now I'm going to start adding some milk, and I'm going to go slow. So why is this one of your favorite breakfasts, Aaron?
It tastes so good. So you get tired of regular oatmeal. Well, I do. Just plain oatmeal. And this has got a whole different flavor texture to it, and the peaches always make it so sweet.
I'm actually doing it a little flatter to see if I can make it more bar-like. I'm hoping that I can get the little one more interested in it that way. Maybe it's a little bit more like a energy bar or something like that. So that's about perfect for the liquid. Again, you don't want too much. You just want just enough that your stuff can cook. And you don't have to use milk. You can use water. This cooks just as well with water. We just have milk on hand. And I'm putting it in a 15 by 7 or 8 pan. This is one of the things I asked for Christmas. It has a lid with it.
And it's freezer safe.
And it's freezer safe and dishwasher safe. Thought that it will fit my dishwasher. And I'm going to smooth this out as I want it to be really flat. Like I said, I'm hoping that cooking it in the thinner pan, it'll get more like a flat texture and it'll be more like a bar, and she might actually be willing to try it. We're at the stage where we don't want to get our hands dirty. Okay. Set that right there. The oven is preheating, so once it gets done, we'll get it added. to make our brownies. So I already have my water and egg, and I'm just making for the package. Sorry. We have a little bit of sickness in the house right now. This brownie packet just called for 1 egg and a third of a cup of water, a half a cup of oil. So I did not realize I had so much oil in my pantry, vegetable and canola oil, and I can't just throw it out. I have to use it. So I'm not going to need to buy oil for a while, and we're going to really focus on getting this down in the next couple of months, so we can have the better oils for us and just really focus on the ones that we like. We really like olive oil. I've been cooking a lot with olive oil. It's just my personal preference. I'm just going to give this a quick stir, and I'm going to take and amp this up after I get this good and mixed. I'm going to actually add peanut butter to part of this and do like a chocolate peanut butter swirl in these brownies. Aaron, you see?
Hey, I'm always happy with that.
When there is sickness in the house, when I'm congested, have allergies, it's always something chocolate gets made. Always. But this is good because it uses up stuff we had in the pantry. It just starts knocking things out, makes more space for some other things that we would rather have on hand. So I'm going to pour most of this, probably 2/3 of it, into my pre-greased pan. And if one of the things you're worried about in a pantry challenge is running out of like your spray cooking oil and things like that, I haven't bought spray cooking oil in probably over a year. And I haven't used it in probably 6 or 7 months. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I have.
I've actually just been using olive oil and butter and other things to take care of our oil needs. And it's actually worked out really well for us. Spray oil is convenient, I won't lie to you, but it's not a necessity. They didn't have that way back when. And I'm just going to give a good 2 spoonfuls. That's a heaping spoonful, as we say in the South. Put it in there. Give it a good stir in. It's just going to give it a good peanut butter flavor with the chocolate, and then we'll do like a swirl on top. And I'm really not worried about it changing like how it bakes, because their brownies are supposed to be fudgy. I don't think the peanut butter is really going to hurt that. And I don't focus so much on really pretty. I focus more on really good. If it's pretty, that's a plus, but I'm much more concerned about it tasting good. Okay. We're going to pop these in the oven until they're finished. You will know your oatmeal is finished. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how much milk you use. You're going to know it's finished whenever it's not congealed. Your brownies just bake according to the package, to your preferred doneness. All right. Okay, now dinner. This is my favorite busy mom dinner. Erin will tell you, I go to this dinner so often it's not even funny. but it's one of our favorites, isn't it?
Oh, yes, definitely.
So I'm making Mexican rice. And I can make it so many different ways. You can make it with beef, you can make it with chicken. This week we're making it with chicken, but it's just such an easy meal to make. Okay, so I've cooked my chicken already. It was cooked in my pressure cooker. And I did it ahead of time because I wanted that chicken broth made. And I did 4 chicken legs for us because this is my meal for the week. If you're new to our channel, we do a lot of leftovers because they're easy and where I do work from home, outside of the home, it does help when we have meals like this where there's lots of leftovers. So I'm going to go ahead and get my chicken out. As you can see, I have a whole thing full of chicken broth. I'm so sorry. Okay, now I can add my rice. And this is where this is so easy. You cook your chicken. Now you're going to add your seasonings and add your rice. So for our seasonings, I am adding 2 spoonfuls of this, I can't see the name of it, this tomato and chicken flavor bouillon. Get this. I didn't realize how good this stuff actually was. I had seen it, but God, it's so expensive at Walmart. As you can see, I made a mess. It's so expensive at Walmart. But man, it makes your rice taste so good. So good. It's like 100 times better.
And we didn't get it at Walmart.
We did not get this at Walmart.
We got it at Ollie's
on $3.
Yeah, on
with 15% off.
Right.
And then I went and bought more. And I'm going to add my taco seasoning. So, is this one of your favorite meals?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I always like this one, and then some of the toppings you'll see here in a minute. I like that, all that type of stuff.
I'm doing probably 4 tablespoons of taco seasoning. We like a lot of seasoning. If you do not like a lot of seasoning, I would suggest you back off to your preferred amount. We are very heavy on this seasoning here. Very heavy. I can't serve Aaron plain food. He wouldn't like that. Actually, I'm missing something. So, I'm going to pause. I gotta go to my pantry. I forgot the beans. Okay, I got our beans. Forgot our black beans. We have to have those. This would not be the same meal without black beans. So, you can use any type of beans you like. We use black beans. Those are our preferred beans, especially with Mexican. I'm doing 2 cans. Again, I'm making a mess. That's okay. And I'm doing 2 cans of corn. This is just regular sweet corn. I've already drained it, so all the liquid's out. I have to be careful because I'm afraid I might have too much liquid in my pot. I might have to take some out. And we'll hold off on the tomatoes. Let me get my stuff in here first. And then we have our rice. It's drained and washed, so it's ready to add. It's 4 cups of rice. And this rice is going to cook in all of this wonderful seasoning and in this chicken broth. This is going to be so amazing. This has been my favorite way to cook rice in chicken broth lately. I've just really been making sure I cook it all together. And yeah, we're going to leave the tomatoes out. If you are not over full on your pot, you can add some tomatoes into this as well to give it more of that flavor. But I'm not going to do that. But this is it. This is literally all I have to do. What I will do is I'll put the lid on, put it on for the rice setting. It will cook for 10 minutes. Then I'll let it come down for at least 10 to 20 minutes with the natural pressure. I'll take the chicken, add that in, and we'll show you what this looks like whenever it's done. But this is the meal that saves me so much time. It's one of the fastest meals I can throw together. So we're going to let this cook and we'll get back with you in a minute. We are back. Everything is cooked. It probably took everything about 30 to 40 minutes to cook. I was actually really surprised. The oatmeal and the brownies didn't take as long to cook, and I'm wondering if it's the glass, because normally I feel like brownies take us forever to cook, but I'm wondering if it's the glass. But here is our main meal for the week. And for lunch this week, we're just doing sandwiches because it's a busy week for us. So we have some bread that we need to use up that we had gotten on sale. We just need to use that up, and that's the plan for this week. Trying to get rid of a lot of the perishable stuff on hand first so it doesn't go bad. And as you can see, this looks amazing. It looks so good. I know Aaron's excited to taste test. So I'm going to pull some out. And you can cook your meat in this mixture. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on how fast I need to cook our meal. I'm going to put his meat on top. It's a little bit of chicken. And we use meat as like a seasoning, not as the star of the dish. This helps cut our grocery budget quite a bit, actually. And we got this taco seasoning or taco sauce from the Dollar Tree. And we just tried it. It's not bad. It's really not bad. It's one of the better ones I've ever had. So we're going to pour some of this on here. With Aaron, it has to have sauce and flavor or he's not going to eat it at all. And then the last things we're going to add some pickled peppers that we have home canned. This is the reason I make pickled peppers for Aaron.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's one of my favorite things to have them on.
And these are what, banana peppers? These might have some jalapeno in them.
Yeah, this jar might, but I think most of them.
Most of ours are going to be
banana
peppers. There's some that have jalapeno, some that have some other. This was some cheese we got on sale. Let's let that get a good melty. And here we go. And I'm going to switch places with Aaron, and he's going to taste test here in just a minute. You're on.
Oh, sorry. Well, I didn't know I was supposed to already be eating. The baby's mad because she sees me eating.
She's not hungry, but
that's really good.
Do you like? What do you think of that sauce?
That's really good. I'm surprised how well that is. Like, you know, I think of it like a Taco Bell sauce.
Yes, that's what I thought too. I thought the same thing. What are you trying next?
Oh, get me one of these. It's a little bit more crispier than we usually do, like you said.
Do you like it that way or not? Would you prefer it softer?
That ain't bad. Ain't bad at all.
It ain't bad. This is what I get. It ain't bad. It ain't bad. That's what I get every time. It ain't bad.
That's pretty good. The crunch actually adds something to it.
I bet if it's too crispy, you could always add milk.
Probably.
And then here's the brownie. It's got the peanut butter in it.
That's pretty good.
So.
And it actually, I thought it'd be more gooier, like you said. Not as gooey as probably figured.
So, what do you think this week's first pantry week meal?
Hey, anything we can do out of the pantry and save money on is always a plus. And this right here is one of my favorite meals.
And it was so easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we're not feeling good.
Right.
We're not feeling good. It's been a hard week, and we know this next week's is going to be harder. So this is definitely a go-to meal. And as you can see, it just looks so good. I mean, it looks amazing. And if you don't like the pickled peppers, or if you like onions and peppers and salsa, you can put salsa on top of this. We've done that before.
And chips, tortilla chips.
You can add tortilla chips, also
I might
lettuce.
do that on some of mine too.
Yeah.
Lettuce we usually add in sometimes if we have fresh lettuce.
You can do any of that onto this, and it's so customizable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But We hope this gives you some inspiration, gives you some ideas. If you have any questions, comments, please leave those down below. Check out our link tree to see our other content, and please make sure you subscribe. We would really appreciate it. And thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard to live simple and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.